the dirty side? What you really know about the dirty side? What about the dirty side? What you really know about the dirty side? What about the dirty side?
What is happening? It is the Dirty South podcast. We are back. I know during the summers it's like once every other week because there's so much happening and we're out. But we are getting into the school year. We are starting to get into some stuff that's going on. And Brent and Jason have a lot of preseason stuff that they want to touch on. So I'm going to be here as a fan, speak when spoken to. But for the most
This
part,
is Jason's project. I just want
yeah.
to.
But for the most part,
Yeah,
we're
this
gonna
is
fire
Jason's
away.
project.
So Brant Parsons with Cabra and Jason with SE Wrestle. What did
So I will
Mike
say
Mike and Mike used to go back and better than ever.
it began as so about I think it was last week up in Georgia Grappler and a bunch of them started dropping preseason rankings. You know, they love preseason stuff and everything else. And unlike Brant down in Florida, they don't they don't continually update it throughout the course of the off season, right? All the kids and everything else. So this is always a time when you start to kind of get this, you know, I don't know, like everybody's like, "What? No, what? What's going on?" Like, I mean, it's just it becomes a thing when people start talking about it. It's not dissimilar to, you know, back in early summer when they drop, you know, football rankings or whatever the case is. And we're a few months out. So in the state of Georgia, they uh surprisingly, you know, Camden County, who has won maybe 10 or 11 in a row, they're ranked number 6 in Class 5A in the state of Georgia.
Number
Right.
6.
And if that's going to blow people's minds, right? So you're like, what in
Is
the
that
world is going
legit
on?
or is that just clicks?
So I think right now they're ranked 6 because of it's mostly based upon returning points.
Yes. Okay.
And there is no individual rankings like you do. So
Right.
we're gonna get to how I did this one. And we're gonna have a little bit of fun with it because actually you two have no idea what in the world I did. So this is gonna be fun. But there are no individual rankings from which to base it off of. So Camden graduated like this super great class of kids who won multiple state titles. I mean, they're just unbelievably good. But I'm telling you right now, the kids sitting behind them are super good too.
Yeah.
I've watched them come down to Florida and wrestle, you know, their B team and everything else. So they're 6 based upon returning points, but they're probably much higher than that based upon the kids who will fill the lineup,
Right.
if you know what I mean.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that, and to be clear, that's why I haven't done team rankings yet, because I know as I get information on Lake Gibson that there are some great freshman classes out there that I'm trying to learn more about, and I know they have a loaded freshman class. I want to learn more about it. But I mean, just throughout the state, I've received a lot, 47 coaches already, which is insane. I've had 16 coach interviews already. You know, it's not even September. But I have not received enough to be comfortable as to what next year or, you know, this coming season is going to look like.
So leave it to me to just
So-
wade into
Well,
the
that's what I was
waters,
gonna
right?
say. So I, you know, I'm usually we get through Super 32 early entry. I make a second request for coaches. More stuff comes in usually by early October. I've at least done a top 25 ranking. But I don't release my team top 25 until I release my season preview in November. And that's when it comes out. So I've messed with it. We did this kind of last year because I was trying to figure out some things. So we're on our group text. We're like, we doing a pod this week? Yeah, sure. What do you want to talk about? Send me your rankings. I want to come up with team rankings. And then you guys, it's going to be fun. And so you got my rankings, and you'll tell us how you computed them. And you have actually made unofficial team rankings as far as Cabra is concerned. But we're going to guess along and see where
Yeah. Well,
if we have any idea what's going on.
Basically, with the Camden thing, that would be like Brant coming out and having South Date at 6 right now. in the
That's right. I mean,
and
Why?
the,
That's why I never base it on just what's straight coming
and
back.
people in Florida would go into an uproar.
well, and you know what? People in Georgia have lost
I'm
their
sure they
minds
did.
because Jefferson is ranked sixth in their class, and I mean, it's very, we get new classifications, so it's so much fun to kind of begin to think about, well, how does that team fit in this new classification? And we have the same thing in Georgia that we have in Florida, where we have new classifications. So of course, people are interested. Like,
We've
where
had new
does
classifications, and we've had some coach movement
right?
that has impacted uh, both head coach and assistant coach movements that we're still learning about. That is going to affect in Florida also.
Yeah, well, and while Georgia has kids move from place to place, it's not the wild, wild
It's not
Florida.
Florida. Do kids move a lot in Florida?
So it's yeah. So, but to all that to be said, right? Brant has been keeping track of the transfers. I've been looking at the rankings you sent me, and they're updated with their new schools and so on and so forth. So while this is an inexact science, it is just going to be fun to talk about
Yes.
what it might look like. And
Yes.
that's all this is. Take
A
it for what it's worth.
snapshot in preparation for the season. This is how it looks on August 26th.
Yeah, because I'll tell you what, there were actually on the girls' side. I mean, I think the team blank could be ranked like maybe in the top 15 because there are girls that you don't have schools next to at the moment because maybe you don't know where they are.
Yeah, I've been told that decision hasn't been made.
There you go. So
So there you go. Like,
so there you go.
We've got
I mean,
decision days coming on some kids.
so
Day.
the way we did this, or the way I did this, was I took every single one of the kids that are ranked by Cabra, and I basically got rid of like a ton of them. I got rid of number 9 through number 25. Okay, because we only placed top 8 in the state of Florida.
You're talking
And
about
what I did
individuals.
was
So you took all the individuals
I took all the individuals
that Cabra had
and
ranked.
I assigned them points based upon the average, the median points from that placement a year ago.
Got it.
So,
And
if
before
you
coaches
were,
start complaining when I do it to 12 because there
Yeah.
are points that get scored.
there are points that again, but I wasn't going to at 9 o'clock last night. I wasn't going to.
You did
weed
this
into
quick. Like
trying to figure
you
that
had this
out.
quickly done.
All right. So if you're a state champ, 26.25 points, right? If you're second, it's 20 points. If you're third, it's 18.7 point,
So you did, wait.
18.75 points.
Hold on,
All the way
please.
down.
I need to get my yellow pad out.
Oh, he's gonna do math.
On demand. Okay, so I
Run the
know
math.
because I have a feeling I'm going to get asked, what do you think? So,
All right. So if you took the median
you're only
number
ranking,
of points,
okay, but you're only ranking top 9 right now.
top 8.
Top 8.
Top 8, okay.
I'm only using top 8.
Top 8 per weight per
So-
class.
So median for the boys, if you took first, was 26.25 points.
Okay.
I
Okay.
give them 27 on mine.
And that's fine. And to give you an idea, Eric Bush and Nick Blake scored 30 last year.
Yeah.
And the lowest state champion scored 23. So
So first,
you have this
if you were a
range,
state champ,
but
I'm sorry.
it's okay.
If you were a champ, you got 26.25.
Yes, but there's a range, and obviously those points matter. But we're going to take the median of those points.
And how do the points break down going down to 8th? Do they or do they?
So second is 20.
Okay.
Third is 18.75.
Okay.
Fourth is 15.25. Fifth is 13.
Uh-huh.
Sixth is 9.25.
Yeah, change my
Seventh?
numbers.
Seventh is 8. and eighth is 6 points.
And this is just,
I put all the classes together, Brant, just so you know.
okay. All classes.
And that's
together.
only boys. I actually have different numbers for the girls. And do you want to give me a guess right off the bat? Do the girls score higher or lower?
Higher.
Higher. Very good.
Tell him what he's won.
You have won a all
And I
expense
said that without going over.
paid to
And how did you come up
Um,
with the numbers? Is that what they score during the state tournament? If they get a champion, so that's the scoring through.
That's an average score. If you're ranked number one and you win the state title, there's a chance you'll score more, and there's a chance you'll score less. But the
That's the
average
average score.
for a first place finisher. Now, did you just base this off last year, or is this like a collection of years?
so I just did last year's,
Okay.
but if I were to do it personally, I would probably take 3 to 5 years. And 5 years is too much, kind of going back to COVID. So I probably would do 3 years. And that would give me and I would probably do it by classification because we see a difference in classification as well.
And then obviously, to explain the girls' side is there's more pins, there's
That's
more
right.
techs, there's
Sorry.
more bonus point wins on the
There's
girls'
more
side.
bonus points that happen on the girls' side than the boys' side.
Okay, so right now we're talking about the boys, and we're not going per classification. You did top 8 for the whole state per weight.
No,
But we're doing by classification. So
Oh.
we're going to give you the top 10 team. No, okay, hang on. Your question was this. I combined all the points together, but when we're going to talk about the top 10 teams, it is by classification.
Okay.
Okay.
And so we're going to talk about teams, not people.
That is correct. We're going to talk about teams, not people.
Okay, good. Okay, I got it. So for example, yeah. Okay, I got the teams pulled up.
All right. So let's jump in to 1A. Okay.
Tell us the
You
girl
got questions
numbers.
first.
Tell us the girl numbers too. Let's just get them both out.
Oh, okay. So the girl numbers.
Since you said they were different, just so people can have them.
All right. So Dan, first is 28, second is 22, third is 20, fourth is 16, fifth is 14, sixth is 11, seventh is 9 points, and eighth is 6.75 points. And what you see in this situation is you basically will see about a 2-point difference at the top and about a point or point and a half or a little less than a point difference at the bottom.
All right.
Perfect.
Okay.
1A.
All right. So 1A is, and I don't know if we want to do top 10 or if we want to do, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you,
Give us
I'm going
10
to give
to
you
6.
I'm sorry.
I was like, give us 10 to 6.
All right. 10 to
And
6.
then
I'm
we
going to
have
give
to,
you.
because I guess, I mean, unless we go back and forth and just guess top 10 teams, but I think it's better to reveal it 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That's great.
And
That's
you kind of
great.
lead us in.
Coming in at number 10 is Fort Myers Evangelical. They have 3 kids who are ranked in the
Okay,
top.
they have a couple
8.
hammers there. Yeah.
Right? They have 41.25 points. Oh, hang on. Is that right? Let me see here. 41.25? Yeah. 1 point above them.
They had state people.
1 point above them with 42.25 points is Space Coast, who also has 3 kids who are ranked in the top 8. 4 points above them in 8th is Merritt Island, primarily driven by 2 hammers right in the middle of their lineup. Right? 7th is Florida High with 47.25 points. So you see not much is separating the 7 through 10. And Florida High has obviously Jasper Kroom and a couple of kids down below. And 6th is Lemon Bay, who has 4 that are ranked in the top 8 with 58.75 points.
All right, let's discuss.
Okay, so we got Fort Myers Angelical, Space Coast, Merritt Island. Merritt Island, I think, was 46.25.
That is correct.
And then
Florida
Florida
High 47.25.
and Lemon Bay 58.75. So that's your 10 through 6.
That is correct.
Based
So,
on last year's numbers, returning
Nope,
place
nothing
third.
about last year. Nothing about last year. Based
last
on
year's
rankings.
numbers based upon where they placed.
Right.
This is
Based on,
assuming a number one ranked kid is going to score 26.25 points.
correct. But you also are taking into consideration when you're looking at this, who left, who's still there, the state players they still have there.
It is all based upon Brandt's current rankings.
Okay.
In my current rankings, some of the schools I know who's back, some of them I don't.
Correct.
Some of them I
This is
know who's
1A?
moved. Some of those I don't.
And this is year 1A, 10 through 6, Jason,
That is correct.
which
So now my question is, give me the five.
Well, I want to
teams.
discuss some of the 6 to 10 there.
All right.
yeah,
Okay.
because obviously Cabra hasn't done team rankings yet, so I'm looking at whatever his previous team rankings were. And
Don't look at my previous team rankings. They have nothing to do with this at all. Like they're so unrelated to this.
well, I pulled it up so I can see the teams, like the name
Okay.
of the team for the A.
It's all good.
But some
But
have moved. That's good.
It's crazy because nothing matches based on yours first, second.
The and it shouldn't come as a shock, I guess, because Merritt Island graduated a state champ, 5 total state placers, another state qualifier, a blood round wrestler. I have not heard yet from Graham. I mean, I've been in contact with him, but he hasn't filled out his form yet. I don't know what kind of youth they have coming up. It is a deep room. I think that is a team that under the 1 through 12 scoring that I would do could possibly be ranked a little bit higher. We do have Boda, they have Hicks who came over. But it's an interesting team in there, and Lemon Bay at 6. I think that's a good spot for them. I know that they've got a ton of kids coming in also that we're still trying to figure out where they're going. Those are the 2 that stood out in that list to me. I don't know if anyone stood out to you while you were doing the list and you were shocked. Like when I do it, when I total up my stuff, I do it blindly. And I don't look at the teams until the very end. I'm like, oh, that's the number 1 team because I don't want to.
So what happens is that I write the code that pulls it into a pivot table, right? And it comes in alphabetically.
Yeah.
And when I pull it in alphabetically,
And then when you sort
you
it,
can't see it. And then what I do is I take it and then I sort it and I go, oh, okay, all right, that's interesting.
It is interesting.
exactly how I do it.
I definitely, I think Merritt Island was the one on your list that stuck out to me too. I do know that I do know they've had some additions that are very, very, very good additions, and I do know how good of a coach and developer Graham is. So I do feel like, yeah, that's the one that stuck out to me as far as low. Florida High, they're obviously they're top heavy, right? They've got a couple kids that could win every tournament everywhere they go, but then there's a separation there, right? But they're building a great room, and I think that separation has become closer and closer and closer because they're doing a great job out there. But yeah, I think that's the one that jumped out at me too. Brandon was the Merritt Island.
Florida High is a deep team, just to let you know. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 region qualifiers coming back from last year's
Right.
first time they ever won a district last year. But we're talking Team IBT, and we'll have to see how those guys coming back that made it to state or made it.
And when I say a separation, I mean,
how they do if they go to state.
When I say the separation is getting a lot closer because they've been building that talent.
I'm just adding to what you're saying that
it
Florida
is.
High has
Because
got a lot coming back.
they have a state champ, and then
So my point being, we know what Florida High has,
yeah,
and we know it's good. Merritt Island, I think Merritt Island's a better team in March than they are in November, just because they're.
I agree with you.
They're going to be younger.
Now, Florida High, one of the things to consider is that Malik Leonard ranked 7th by you, Wyatt Felkin ranked 5th, and Jasper Kroom ranked 1st, right? They all got points. But Braden Reed is ranked 10th at 132, also as Wyatt Felkin. So we'd have to actually have that discussion, and we will in a different classification. Yeah. And John Cheney was ranked 9th. So those two kids on this, the way we calculate it, got 0 points.
But I would have
So
the day
and
that you would think they could get anywhere from 2 to 4 if they go 1 and 2. Or
that's
even,
right. And
you know.
if they get 2 to 4 points, and it's as close as 2, 3, 4, 5 points that are separating some of these teams down here, because 6 through 10, the separation is 17 points. 5 to 1, the separation is almost 100 points.
Yeah.
So the smallest little details, like a slam Tampa, who's just outside of the top 10, could be edging the top 10. They just get a few more kids that kind of qualify for the state tournament and, score a few points. And the next thing you know, they're moving up. So anyway. All right. So jumping
I got to figure out what I'm going to guess here.
All right.
That's what I was doing too.
5.
I'm looking at the 1A teams, and I'm like, huh.
Do you want me to just tell you what they are, or do you guys want to guess?
I'm going to. Well, I mean, I have an idea who's number 1.
All right, I'll tell you what.
I
I'm going to
have an
start
idea
counting
who
them
is
down,
number-
and you tell me if you think you can tell me who it is.
What's that?
All right.
Okay.
In the 5th place position, a perennial top team within 1A, Zephyr Hills Christian.
Okay.
4 studs that I think are ranked really pretty high by you, Brant.
And tough to
75
figure
and a-
them out since they weren't in the mix last year. They're back. So yeah.
One above them, coming in with 78.75
What was the
points.
points on
Justin,
Zephyr Hills?
75.5.
Okay.
Coming in just 3 points higher. 3 kids ranked number 1 by Brand Parsons or by Cabra, Miami Christian.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was the okay. I know where we're at now. I can tell you the rest.
Okay.
Miami Christian, they are a strong IBT, and now assuming I don't know that everybody on Miami Christian that's listed there is going to be there when the year starts.
Again, this is a huge
and
caveat. We're
there's at
just having
least
fun.
one freshman on there. I don't think will be there, but I don't know for certain.
And right now he is listed
He's
as
listed
being
Miami
there,
Christian
and
'cause
that
I've
is
not been
why
told
they're
he's-
as high as they are.
He's going elsewhere, but yeah, that makes sense to have Miami Christian there.
All right. So who comes in number 3?
I would guess there's been some change. I want to say Cardinal Gibbons.
Cardinal Gibbons comes in number 2.
So St. John Newman is at 3 as of
St. John Newman comes in number 3 with 103 points, Daniel. According to this, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 kids ranked in the top 8. Cardinal Gibbons has 121 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 kids ranked in the top 8.
Wow. So who is number 1?
You don't know?
I mean, I have an idea.
We'll take
Who?
your guess. I'm throwing guesses out there.
Cocoa Beach.
Yes.
That is correct. Cocoa Beach comes in with 171 points. Way ahead. They have, 3 kids ranked second down low. 1 kid who's ranked first. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 kids who are ranked number 2.
I cannot wait. By the way, I cannot wait to go to 2A because I feel like everybody in 3A and 1A has gone to 2A, and 2A is just jumbled up with so much talent. And I have no idea what to expect this year. Literally no idea. So I'm excited to see what you can.
The thing that stands out to me is this. Cocoa Beach has 9 kids,
Yeah.
right? Cardinal Gibbons has 8 kids. St. John Newman has, 8 kids? 7 kids. 7 kids. So
There have been some transfers. Looking back at stuff I wrote like 2 months ago, I had St. John Newman as the team to beat in 1A, but a few changes.
But some have left.
Yeah, some have left.
Some have come in.
Some have come in, and I have not gotten a form from them. I don't know the final lineup. There may be some other kids there. Cardinal Gibbons is, we've thought of them the last couple of years as the Makos, and certainly those are
Peter.
some good things to have, but they are looking deeper this year than they've been.
I agree.
A lot of young guys coming up, and you still have a Mako, at your big weight that's going to score a lot of points for you. So that doesn't surprise me. And Cocoa Beach, as of right now, looks to be the deepest team in 1A, assuming all their guys are back. They have nearly every weight filled. There's one or two spots where maybe they don't, but because of different movement we know so far, Cocoa Beach is there. But a few more moves and maybe things look a little different. But
Well, the thing that stood out to me was that you've got 9 at Cocoa Beach, you've got 8 at Cardinal Gibbons, you got 7 at St. John Newman. These are only the top 8. Again, you get a couple of kids who are ranked, who move up into a top 8, into a placement, or whatever the case is. It can shift a little bit, but I don't see any other teams that have nearly the number of kids ranked in the top 8 in 1A. Like,
yeah,
it really feels like those are the 3 teams.
It's a 3 to 4 team race, depending on what Zephyr Hills comes back with this year, because I still have questions on them because I don't have the full lineup, and we didn't get to see them as much last year. They did compete in Florida during the season. We did see some, but it's a 3 to 4 team race, I think, in 1A. I think you're accurate on that for the top spot. But there's a lot of teams that have some interesting wrestlers and combinations to make 5 through 10 fun also.
Yep. All right. So take it for what it's worth. That is 1A. Should we go to 2A?
Let's do 2A. Give us 10 to 6.
2A. Now, couple things about 2A that you need to know. There are 3 teams currently ranked in the top 10 that have multiple wrestlers ranked in the top 8.
Yes.
Okay. So the number I'm going to give you is with both those kids. I have not separated them out, but this will have an impact at least in a couple of these placements. So
Yes.
keep that in mind. Okay.
And I don't think I've heard from any of these teams with like an official, form and provisional lineup. I don't even have that from them.
Coming in at number 10, 3 ranked Matter Academy. Matter, right? Matter. Number 9 is.
Sorry,
I'm sorry. Do you
10?
want me to tell you? It's 58 points.
10 was Mater Academy, right?
58 points.
Okay.
9 is Clay with 64 points. Now, if we remove the number 7 and number 8 teams, if we remove one of their kids who are double ranked, Clay will move up to 7. Okay. But right now we haven't. Aubrey Rogers has 2 kids ranked in the top 8 at 132. They're the Zirkas.
But you assume one of them will end up.
One of them will end up at a
They'll
different
move
weight.
in some other weights and still be formidable.
Correct.
I just don't move them until I'm told.
And right now we're keeping them the way they are. So 8th is Aubrey Rogers. They have 64.25 points.
Ooh, close.
7th is Brandon, who has 2 120s that are ranked. And they have 65.75 points. 6 is Jensen Beach. 66.25 points. Top
66.
kids, but not many ranked outside of those 3. They have number 1 ranked at 20, number 2 at 26, number 2 at 215, and then other kids are ranked below the top 8. So those are your number 6, number 7, number 8, number 9, and number 10. Thoughts?
2A is deep.
2A is deep. That's your thought?
I can easily pick 5 teams above them, and Jensen Beach is a good team, and Brandon has some stars, and Aubrey Rogers keeps getting deeper, and Clay, we know what they can do, and Matter Academy has some studs.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't I have an idea how 1 through 5 will play out, but I have only heard from one team out of this entire list of 10 um, to know exactly what's going on. So I'm curious as how it plays. I have an idea though, but
Daniel?
Yeah, I mean, Jensen Beach sticks out to me. They always, I mean, what Tom has always done down there is they seem to always get better
they
at
have a youth movement going on there, and that youth movement will continue this year, and you'll see more and more kids that we don't know yet. I think performing for them. They've got just an influx of kids coming the next couple of years that they've really been building for.
So
I
just to
also
give you
think
guys a
Mater
just to let you
Academy,
know.
Mater Academy. I mean, it's really deep. I mean, 2A's deep. I mean, to have Mater Academy at 10 with the talent we know they have in their room, I can only imagine what you have said is 1 through 5, because Mater Academy has kids in their room that could win the whole thing.
So
That have won the whole thing.
Yeah.
so just to give you guys an idea,
Yes.
Jensen Beach has 9 kids that are ranked by Brandt.
Yes.
Okay. Just 3 kids though that are ranked in the top 8.
Yes.
So,
they're a good dual team.
and
some
if
guys that can
any of
step up.
those kids can push, like Sage Drake, who's ranked number 9 at 138, could get you points, right? There are other kids who can get you points, but in this way, in the way that we constructed it, or the way I constructed it, at this moment, they
Yes.
don't get those points.
All right.
Man,
All
the
right.
top
Now,
five
that
have
would be
to-
number 5.
Yeah.
Now, that said, the distance between Jensen Beach and number 5, Charlotte,
I was going to say Charlotte.
is less than
I
a
was gonna
point.
guess. Okay.
It is less than a point. Charlotte has 67 points.
Wow. So the top 4 has to be, I don't know what order you have, but it's got to be.
Can
All
I
right,
guess
so
the
give
order?
me your order, because
You
we
guess the
know
order,
that
and then
we
I'll
know the
guess the
4
order.
teams.
I mean, the 4 teams have got to be. I'm guessing Lake Gibson, Tampa Jesuit, Somerset, Mater Lakes. Is what
Yes,
I'm.
those are your 4 teams.
Yeah.
The question
that
is,
the
what
order you're
order are
putting
they
them
in?
Man, I could put them all in a fucking hat.
You could.
I mean, that's how good all 4 of them are.
Dan's like, who do I not want to get an email from?
No, I mean, I would probably, if you're basing stuff on returning people, I'm guessing you're going to go Lake Gibson, Tampa Jesuit, Somerset Academy, Mater Lakes.
I would guess number 4 is Somerset. Number 3 is Matter Lakes. 2 Lake Gibson, 1 Tampa Jesuit on IBT, because I don't have a lot of Lake Gibson freshmen yet.
Daniel, your order is correct.
Really?
Really? Now,
Damn.
there's a couple of things you have to keep in mind here. Okay, number 1, Mater Lakes comes in with 112 points. Okay, and if a couple of the kids who hadn't moved to Columbus were still in this lineup,
It'd be
I
a lot
think they're
different.
maybe at the top of this list.
You said how many
But
points?
doesn't matter.
101?
Okay, 112. Somerset has 128. They are third.
Okay.
That said, Mater Lakes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Mater Lakes has 8 kids ranked in the top 8. Somerset has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 kids. So fewer kids, but they're ranked higher.
And I know Somerset has some kids I don't have ranked yet that I need to learn about.
Then at number 2 with 158.75 points is Tampa Jesuit.
158.5.
And Lake Gibson has 2 kids ranked at 113, 2 kids ranked at 144. They're getting double points in those situations. They will not get double points in those situations in real life, in reality.
Mm-hmm.
They also have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 that are ranked. The thing that's interesting about the 113 and the 144 is right now at 120, you
They
don't
don't
have a
have nowhere
Lake
to go.
Gibson kid who's ranked in the top 8.
Oh, okay.
And right around 144, you don't have a Lake Gibson kid who's ranked in the top 8. So whatever. Lake Gibson comes in with 193.
Wow. All right.
Yeah, and the reason I swapped those two from what you had, Brant, is just I was thinking about who has gone and who has stayed. But in the long run, I mean, look, like those top three, Lake Gibson, Tampa Jesuit, and Somerset, are always there every year. And Mater Lakes has been there now the last few years. Now they're moving into a new A. But I think they're quietly gonna make some noise in 2A. I think
I'm
people.
intrigued. This is good. This is fun.
I think with the split up, not the split up, not the breakup. I mean, we say breakup. It wasn't a bad
And
breakup.
spill a tea.
It wasn't a bad breakup at all. But I think with the separation, and obviously whenever there's separation, some kids go one way, some kids go the other. And I think a lot of people have assumptions, but I I think with the addition of Gianni, I think they're going to do well.
So one of the things that stands out to me as I was going through 2A, one, you guys said it before, it is super deep, right? The level of competition is absolutely fantastic. Number two, battling to win a state title individually
Wow,
is gonna be a
So
freaking barn burner. It's gonna be hard, and there are teams that that could win. I mean, Somerset and Matter Lakes don't have a number 1 ranked kid according to Brandt in his current rankings, and I mean that those both are teams that are deep enough to win it. So, it's gonna be one of those things where things get spread out.
yeah. I mean, I just opened up 2A and I'm like, wow, Drown, Sains, Williams, Hackett, Sneed, Freehoff, Nassif. That's just 106. I'm like, I mean, and you can go this way through every one of these things. I mean, holy
And
moly.
I would say going into the year, Tampa Jesuit has 2 heavy favorites for a state title, or 3. Lake Gibson has a heavy favorite for a state title, and Charlotte has the closest thing to a sure thing in 2A you're going to find for a state title. So the other 9 weight classes will be pretty wild.
Yeah,
But
and
you
they will
have
be
Yakes, you have Basile, and you've got Vasquez for Tampa Jesuit. You've got Jeremiah for Lake Gibson, and then obviously Austin for Charlotte. I think those 5 are about as sure points as you're going to get in here, and the rest of it is going to be insane.
I mean, the top 5 at 132 is crazy. Barrios, Sains, Cope, Zerka, Harvey.
Yep.
That's why I didn't pick that
Well,
one.
and I mean, and honestly, Brandt changing someone from 4 to 2 because they beat them or something along those lines, somewhere along the line. That's a difference of 5-6 points if we're talking about points. So with teams being super close, you've got to have your depth in 2A.
Yeah.
Like your depth is what's going to carry you, because otherwise things are just chaos. And if you only have a handful of kids,
Sorry, guys.
you're going to be in
Somebody
real.
just rang my doorbell. Hold on. Sure.
Usually we're off by this point in time,
Yeah,
everyone,
yeah,
but
so
we had to
it's
start a
okay.
little late, so it is what it is. All right, final take on 2A, Brant?
I think it's a good capture. Like I said, I've only heard from Matter Lakes. Now I think Matter Lakes has an intriguing thing there. We know they lost 3 state finalists that went to Columbus. They picked up a ton of quality kids from Archbishop McCarthy.
Yes.
They get into that system.
I had no idea the Orkin man was coming today.
I could see Matter Lakes getting some more out of them than maybe has been. They're ready for that next step. Like I said, Somerset, I know just talking with Joe, they've got some guys that I haven't been able to place because I'm still learning about them. And Lake Gibson's freshman class that I'm hearing a lot about. Charlotte always has kids coming in that fill those spots, and Tampa Jesuit, with the Hammers leading them, it just depends on if they have anybody coming in.
Well, and the other part is does anybody depart? And if somebody departs, that could be a huge deal as well.
I mean,
if they go somewhere else. Anyway,
I have
all
no
right,
idea what to predict for 3A.
Let's go over to 3A. All right. In this situation, we have one team that we have to talk about a double ranking, but I'm not going to really worry about that because we'll get to that in a minute. Down in the top 10, coming in at number 10 is Riverdale with 43.5 points. Number 9, Harmony, 52.75 points. They have 4 that are ranked. Number 8, South Plantation, 54 points. Did I say 8? Did I say 7? 7 is how do I say it? Tecoy Creek? Tecoy Creek?
Tecoy.
All right. With 54.25 points, only a quarter of a point ahead of South Plantation. And in number 6, with 75.5 points, Flagler Palm Coast. Just missing the top 10.
74.5, you said?
75.5. Just missing the top 10, Miami Palmetto, George Jenkins, Orlando Freedom, Creekside, Wellington, some good programs down there.
Go Palmetto. That means 4 of the top 5 are in the same district, including.
That's right. And what that
the
means,
aforementioned Palmetto.
Right. And what that means is that there's going to be a little bit of cannibalization. Because not everyone is going to survive the district, and not everybody's going to survive the region.
Not to give away a quote that I'm going to have for my season preview, but talking to JD, he goes, I have a team that I think in a different district or region could send 13 or maybe all 14 to state. He goes, we'll be lucky to get double digits out of districts. And not lucky, but like that's the goal, is to get double digits out of district, because that district is insanity.
It is insanity.
And it's just getting tougher and tougher. More kids are moving in to make it crazier.
So we know the 4 teams that are from District 16 that make up the top 5. The other team that makes up the top 5 is who?
I know it, but do you want to guess?
So I'm guessing South Dade, Southridge, Southwest, and Columbus are in the right?
Yes, those are your 4 teams that will be in the top 5. Who's the other 5th that is not from South Florida? I love doing this to Dan. This is great.
That's not from South Florida. 3A school, not from South Florida, that's in the top 5.
Brant Parsons, who is it?
Haggerty.
That's who I was just about to say. So how do you have them listed?
So now my question is,
oh boy,
who comes in 5th?
Oh my God.
Who is your 5th ranked team in 3A out of those 5 teams?
Based on your scoring.
Based on my scoring.
And where we are now.
And just to give you an idea, number 3, there are 2 teams with the same number at 3. Number 5, the distance between 3rd, 4th, and 5th is 2 points.
Oh, okay. I was going to say it's probably like a Southwest Miami, maybe, because they're deeper, but maybe not as many top horses compared to these other schools.
What do you think there, Daniel? Do you agree with him?
Yes.
It is Columbus.
Columbus at 5. Okay.
Columbus has 125.5 points. Southwest Miami has 127.75 points.
125
and Haggerty has
120.
127.75 points.
Okay, wait. 125 for Columbus.
125.5.
Southwest Miami.
So really,
127.75.
they're a call by an official away from switching. Like,
And Haggard.
Well, and Haggerty has the same as Southwest Miami.
yeah, if
Now,
you're
the
looking
thing
at
you have
those
to
three
remember
teams
is
are
Southwest
sneeze
Miami
apart.
has 2 kids ranked at
Yeah.
113. So they would lose points there.
They'll
And
lose
right now
those.
they're added in. It's not really that big of a deal or that big of a difference because these 3 teams are so close together.
Mhm.
So what is it now? Is it Ridge then Dade?
So that's the question.
I'm intrigued. You're going with Ridge first? I learned my lesson last
I'm
year by
asking. I'm thinking.
questioning
I was thinking you
South
probably
Bay.
two
But
much.
Southridge did bring in.
Yeah. So
I'll say South Dade 1, Southridge 2, but
yeah, because Southridge added a previous state champ, but not from last year. He didn't even get to the state tournament last year, not because of
he had a
talent,
rough, tough bracket.
yeah.
I'll say South Dade.
South Dade's 1, Southridge is 2. That's what you say, Brant. How about you,
I'm
Daniel?
guessing that.
Sure.
You're wrong.
We need like a dummy email box for all the
We're
emails
wrong?
we're gonna get from this show.
Well, this is just we're just adding points here. So I mean, there's no whatever. South Dade has 141 points. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 kids who are ranked according to in the top 8, according to Brant. Four of them ranked number 1. Okay. Southridge has 171 points.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 kids with 4 ranked number 1.
Wow. You know what we need to do?
We need to go to that district tournament is what we need to do and
Yes.
broadcast live from it.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what we need to do.
That's what we need to do. We need to be at this district tournament.
Yeah. I want to, these are calculated projections.
He's like, if somebody's gonna ask him, he's like, how the did we get up with these? How did this come out?
I want to know the geometry, the algebra. Okay.
All right.
The calculus is
very
X
simply.
plus Y equals Z.
Jason wanted to have some fun today. That's the calculus.
No, I just saw the conversation that went around
it's a
in
great
Georgia, and I
conversation.
wanted the same conversation.
Okay. So
All right. So very
what's
basically,
the math?
the math is you took the last year's points, right? First, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. I took Brant's top 8 kids that are currently ranked.
Last year's points.
Average
1 through
points.
6, not 1 through 8.
1 through 8.
1 through 8. Sorry.
Okay. So last year's points, 1 through 8.
Brant's current ranking as of August 26th.
Current ranking.
And I added them together.
And I'm going to put a caveat in there because I know
1 through
some
8.
of those rankings have 5 or 6 kids in the top 8 from Region 4. And
That's right.
Those kids won't make it.
That's right.
And there might be 1 or 2 where they've got 5 kids from District 16. And only 4 of them would make it to.
So when you say last year's
Next round.
points, 1 through 8, plus
The points, the only thing you need to worry about
rankings,
points
1
is
through 8.
he took the average points scored last year. That's the only thing from last year that has any impact.
No, I understand, but it's average. Like if somebody was third last year and they got an average of 18.75, and then he's got him ranked third,
Then he
This
gets
year,
18.75.
then he gets 18.75, and that equals X amount of points. And if they have 5 kids that do that, you took 5 times, whatever, if that's 37 points, 37
And then you just
times
add them up
37.
across the weight class or across the line.
37 plus 5 divided by 5, and you got 37 points, and that's how that team landed.
Yeah.
Right?
So I'll show it to you. Hang
It's
on.
a snapshot in time based on the rankings that went live yesterday. That will still probably change. And just to note, I've only received
Can you see this?
info on 2 of those 5 teams.
Can you see this?
Yeah, so I think you took total number divided by total ranked, and you got the
I need to figure out how you did that so fast because it takes me like an hour to do my team rankings.
So all I did was I took 3A and I put them in order in terms of your thing. I added points to it. As you can see, Southridge has 4 number ones. They have 2 number twos, and then Danny Marita, who's ranked number 8, who got 6 points, right? And then
eight that scored points.
8 that scored points. And then what you did is they come over here, and those are your 8, and you just get your total.
Yeah, see, I like manually go through each one. You're so smart.
And those are your, so wait a second. Oh, it's not a division number.
There's no dividing.
Oh,
It's just adding.
so if you had 2 kids, you just added 37. Okay, I got it.
And you can see like Southwest Miami 31.75 at 113. You figure that'll change. Now that could also change to where they get more points at one of the other weights because they've got 2 really good guys at 113 or whatever. But
right, if one of those kids drops down
looking
here
at
and
their
moves
lineup,
up,
not all those guys can score unless anybody goes up. Now I don't know Southwest Miami's lineup yet, or provisionally or anything, so I would imagine they'll space all that out. But for this moment in time, they're just ranked where the latest way I have for them.
Okay, for us stupid people, you went to see who landed 1 through 8 last year.
No,
So team
has nothing
eight,
to do with who placed 1 through 8 last year.
no, so then why do
Points.
I have last year's points?
Because that's where he based his points off of. The average points scored last year.
Okay, so you went to Cabra.
So you messed them up when you told him about last year.
sorry,
You just
thought it was
you just
easy.
went and saw Cabra's rankings, and if a team had 4 kids that were, and you went and saw what those kids did last year, and you
No.
scored them based on what they did last year.
No, nothing to do with last year for the kids. So he took last year. If you finished in first place last year, the average points scored were 27 point whatever or 26, whatever the number is. That's the only thing he took from last year was just the averages. And so what he did is he went through my rankings. He took out only the top
I
8,
see. So just
the
to
top
get
8 in each weight class.
to get the numbers that you're going to use, you
Yes.
looked at last year. So you got your average and you figured last year, if I put all the champs together, they averaged 26.25. So when I look at 106, if
Whoever
they
number one
somebody
gets
that was one,
26.25.
you get 20.
Yes.
And then once you did that for the team, you added it all together. Listen,
Yes.
I'm a dumbass, and there's other dumbasses out there that are going to ask the same question. So now,
No, you're great. You're great. I'm
I-
just sorry I didn't explain it well.
now I can join the group of dumbasses in understanding how
So when
you
people text you can be like, well, the doctor just figured this out.
Yes, the one that should know better. When he diagnoses Georgia wrestling, he should know better than us because we don't diagnose Georgia.
All right. Do we want to do the girls to finish this up?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, I mean, we should. I don't know where to begin on the girls, but
All
I
right.
don't
So I'm
either.
gonna
And that
I'm gonna
was
give
something
you
too. Like I had a coach on the phone the other day, and he was like, "How do you rank the top 5 girls or top 10?" And we were talking back and forth a little bit, and yeah, I could see how it could be an issue.
So the girls, as Brandt has said in the past, can really be influenced by like just a handful of really top
or even
girls.
sometimes a single
Right.
wrestler can get you in the top 10.
That
with
is
30
right.
points. Yeah.
That is right. In fact, number 10 and number 9 and number 8, who is blank because we don't know who that is. And we can remove them if we want to move down. But even still, number 10, number 9, number 8, they only have 2 girls that are ranked
Yeah.
in the top 8. So if we remove the blank, Number 10 is Strawberry Crest. They have 42 points. Number 9, sorry, is North Fort Myers with 48 points. And Brandon, with your two absolute hammers, right, have 50 points. Okay.
I mean,
Each of those
if
teams
you're
have
only
some.
going to have if you're only going to have two girls on your team, those are pretty.
Those are two pretty good girls to have on your team. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Now, above them, coming in at number 7 with 51.75 points is Vieira. They have 4 girls. And number 6, who has 3 girls that are ranked in the top 8 with 53 points, is Winter Springs. So you can see the distance between these teams is not significant. And it really is based on like just 2 girls or 3 girls or 4 girls, not many girls. So you get another girl in there who can score you some good points and you can vault huge.
Wow. So you've got to have what? Anyways, what do you think about those, Brant Parsons? I guess that's the next.
I mean, those check out as far as, and I think we'll find that there'll be a couple other teams like that that will have like 1 or 2. It's strong, but I think the 5, if they're a 5, I think they are deeper teams.
Mm-hmm.
How many does number 5 have? Just curious.
Just 3.
Just 3. Oh, okay.
Number 5 with 65 points is St. John Newman.
Okay. They were in my group. I was going to put in the mix.
Number 4
Sunlight?
also has 3 girls, but has 2 number 1s.
Florida Christian. Sunlight.
Matter Lakes.
Matter Lakes.
Yeah.
2 number 1s, 1 number 2. No one else is ranked in the top 8.
What's that?
That adds to 76 points.
Wow.
28, and 20.
So the top 3 has got to be Florida Christian, South Dade, Orlando Freedom. I mean, I'm not.
That is correct. It is those 3 teams.
Yeah.
And probably in the order of Freedom, South Dade, and Florida Christian. Well, South Dade, I don't know if they graduated a lot, though.
Number 3 ranked team with 5 girls and 80.75 points is South Dade.
South Dade, okay.
Your number 2 ranked team with 92.75 points and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ranked girls is Orlando
I would
Freedom.
say that's Freedom. You gave me that number. Okay. And Florida Christian's got the studs.
Florida
and
Christian
some depth.
has 4 studs.
Yes.
And those 4 studs added together give you 98 points.
Yep.
Of all the ones we did, Florida Christian being first in the girls was the biggest surprise for me. I wasn't surprised by Cocoa Beach. Wasn't surprised by Lake Gibson. Even Southridge over South Dade, which I think is still completely up in the air because of District 16 and all the chaos down there and everything else. Not surprised. I mean, it's going to be one of those teams. Florida Christian, though, man. 4 girls. You put 4 girls in the state finals?
Yeah, I mean, I think that you are I'm guessing just out of the top 10 are teams like Doral, Cocoa Beach.
So Cocoa Beach Cocoa Beach is number 11.
Yeah.
And you've got Palmetto,
Gulf
Sun
Breeze.
Lake, Western, Harmony, Braden River, Doral. But Doral has 1.
Yeah.
They're 1 stud.
Yeah.
I mean,
At least according to Brandt's rankings.
and she'd be good.
Yeah, but she's only going to get you 28 points.
Right.
Yep.
You've got to have. It's so interesting because when you go over to especially all the boys. I mean, you got to have 8 scorers. You've got to have so much depth to be able to make that happen.
Who are the Who are the girls that are ranked for Cocoa Beach? Riley and the and
So hang on.
and
Cocoa
Berg, something Berg,
Beach. Riley's ranked third.
and I don't want to mess up her name. It's like Fredenberg, right?
Riley is ranked third. Then you've got Elise Friedenberg, who is ranked seventh.
Yeah.
And you've got Nazaria Powell, who is ranked sixth.
Yes, they have a young, well, they'll be more.
Now there are
Well, I mean, there'll be more for most of these. I think.
Yeah.
there are girls who don't have a school assigned to them.
Right.
And if
That
you
are
add
highly
20
ranked.
points to some team, I mean, Orlando Freedom, maybe, or I don't know where these girls live.
They're
So-
South Florida. I
There's
have
a
an
girl
idea
from
where they're
Cocoa Beach
going.
that I believe she wrestled this weekend somewhere and had a good tournament, a name that hasn't been in Florida before.
But like, let's just take as an example, right? Fort Pierce Central down at like number 31. If one of those girls shows up at Fort Pierce Central, it will take a team that only has one girl ranked with 20 points and ranked number 31 and vaults them all the way to number 10. If the person scores 28 points. So,
Yeah. Well, I'm guessing that when you were scoring Southridge, you included Abby's points.
No, because I have
So-
her ranked in boys.
No, I'm talking about when you did 3A boys. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, she was. She was on there. She had 20 points.
Yeah.
she has 20 points. She's ranked number 2. Going back to 3A, Tovar, Castanon, Rojas, and Soto are all ranked number 1.
And I gotta be honest, I mean, the
Gonzalez.
girls, but
Kirienko, Coney ranked number 2. That's where you get your points right now.
I mean, I'm trying to remember, doesn't Miami Christian still has a few young girls there that are dangerous, I think, that might make some noise.
All right, gentlemen, it has been an hour. We are wrapping this up. Give me your thoughts. Is this really that controversial?
No,
I mean,
it
it's
was,
it's a snapshot in time.
yeah, for me, it was really fun to do because I don't think I mean, yeah, at the end of a big tournament like the state tournament, I go back and look how many points you scored and how you won it, right? But I've never broken it down like this before. So to watch, like I tell people when they ask me about the show, I go, and I love it because I've learned so much. So to break it down like this, to watch how the math works, and I think this is great for the public to see how you guys break down this stuff because
And coaches, if you
Well,
haven't
and
sent them your
Brand does
form
it
yet,
slightly
send them.
different.
I do a little different, but send your
He
forms.
does
to
it a
the
little
coaches.
different.
but still, I think you always hear like, he likes the North Florida team, or he likes the South Florida. He always has that guy. He hates this team. He hates that team. When I don't think you guys really get it, it's all math. He takes the math.
I don't. There's no hatred, and I
Yeah,
don't.
he takes the math.
Oh, there's some hatred. I'll just throw that
Yeah.
out, but it doesn't come into the calculation.
Yeah, so he puts the math there, and then that's it. And yeah, of course, during the season, he also takes into consideration, or they do, they have to know what happened. I mean, they do their research to try to find out, but if you're not sending them information, obviously, so
Well, and
it's
the
been-
part that's super fun about this is like, look, somebody comes in and blows up the the bracket, and changes everything and flips it on its head. And in a tight team race, that can be huge. I mean, that can take a team from scoring. This is the reason why back in the day you watch coaches like with the back of a napkin working out like what the number of points were, because when you get to a certain situation where you are in how many points are left, whether you can actually make up that ground or you can't, or and just especially, man, 16 district 16, if somebody gets hurt, somebody doesn't have the tournament, somebody misses weight, something else happens.
Yeah.
Who knows? Things go off.
What's
I mean,
the over under on emails /texts I'll receive from a coach like, oh, You're shortchanging us. Who hasn't sent me their form? Who hasn't told me about their team? I'm gonna say 3.
Remember, you can send all of your emails to
Bill.
what? Ward@wardwrestling.com.
Yeah. No, the best is like, oh, he knows what goes on. He can't look up the tournament. Well, yeah. So there was 62 tournaments that went on this week.
Hey, if they're on track, I look them up.
7,000 kids that wrestled this weekend.
But right now, I don't care about results.
Right.
Send me your forms. Fill out the forms.
Mhm.
Tell me about your team. Tell me where people are going to be. So I can move to the right weights. When we get closer to the season, I mean, this might be fun to do closer to the season again.
Yeah.
But
Well, you know what? We can have my method and your method
and see
and
how
see
they
if
play
they're
out.
different.
What would be really cool is to going into districts, breaking it all down again, like number by number, and guessing.
Yeah, because nothing's going on that week.
uh,
48 districts, 16
So
regions, 4 regions.
Brand, you going to go to 32 qualifier in September?
I'm going both days, I think.
Cool. And you're going to
Gentlemen, I will be at Elite 8
You'll be at Elite 8. Are you going to Super 32? Early entry?
over in Georgia.
No, I'm asking Dan.
No. Elite 8 is the same day as Florida Super 32.
Right. So that's where you're going to be.
I'm going to be.
Yeah,
I'm
in
going to
Elite
be at Super 32. I'm asking Dan if he'll be at
Yes,
Super
my
32.
plan is
Got
to go by there and see my good buddy Jim Price and you.
Yes.
And
It's a great
the
event.
whole wrestling world coming up.
All right, guys.
By the way, for the 1 or 2 people that are still here listening, RAF Miami is happening September 19th.
Oh, is that right?
Miami, yes. There's some great things going on down there. Use the code WARD, WARD, 20% off of your ticket. So WARD. There is also
Hang on. How does Ward get a freaking promo code? It should be Dirty South as the promo code.
we can change it. Well, not now. We just released it, but Ward gets a pro. And then next gen is happening. So if you have kids that are in the age groups for next gen, they've had 2 go on already. It was great. They are looking for volunteers. You've got to be 16 or older to volunteer for the event to be able to do that. And so if you need any information, you can reach out. I'll let you know how to do it. But yeah, RAF Miami, it's going to be great.
All right, man. Can't wait.
And it's I believe it's on the campus of the greatest college program that's ever lived in football, the University of Miami. It's all about the U, baby. And Ohio State fans can, because we have the last win.
Is this on?
Is
I
this
didn't know if we were still recording or not.
All
All
right.
right, gentlemen. I will see you next week. Make sure that everybody gets send your emails to Daniel, please.
Yes.
Yep.
Please do. All right.